Some more testing here. So take out the jack for the O2 sensor. And this is a 4-wire. 4-wire O2 sensor. The fuel trim 9898. So the O2 sensor sticking lean 0.29 volts. Right, so it's running at open at 0.29, so that is lean. And when I connect the O2 sensor, if you watch, you'll see it start the trim. The fuel trim start to oscillate as the right. So you see the O2 sensor will start to oscillate just now. Alright, so it started to oscillate then, alright. Lean, rich, lean, rich. And if we watch the fuel trim, you see the fuel trim reach back to 100 and it's oscillating as well. 101, 99, 100, 102, 98. Right, so it's oscillating like at about a 2%. Plus or minus 2%. If I disconnect it, right, watch how the fuel trim will go up to compensate for a lean mixture. So you see it adding fuel. So add the max there, 25%. And then it will drop to 98. Right, so like that is the default. So it's not going to move from that. And we're going back to the 0.29 volts. Right, so I'm going to connect it back and then I'll check to see if the check engine light come on or if I get any fault. Right, so I check in to see if it have any fault codes, and it have a P0135. Right, so just detecting that the heater circuit disconnected. Right, so I disconnected it again. So going up, stick on lean, injector pulse 2.4, so we're going to jack it back in. Some more testing on the O2 sensor. So there's a 4-wire. The white wires, see them there, the diagonal. Those are the wires for the heater, and we gain 4.1 ohms on the heater wire, right? So that is good. And this control, right? So it makes sense now. So last night when I started the car without it, and this wire here that connecting to the ground side of the heater was pulsing. So that pulsing, the sending a pulse to the heater. And this one here is the arm. On the right, the bottom right, is the 12-volt supply. So that means the other two, the top right and the bottom left, is the O2 sensor signal voltage. This bottom one here is our ground. So this one here is the signal, I believe. Right, so in this video, I'm able to learn how to test the integrity for the O2 sensor and pick it up on the scan tool data. Right, so I have a potentiometer 50K. Right now it's set to minus 26 millivolts. So the scan tool picking it up as 0. Right? I will copy the scan tool recording and show. So if I'm using this pin here as my back, well, my probe, right? And when I touch it on the output of the pot, the scan tool will read 0, right, or lean. And when I adjust it, right, I'm just taking it out there, I go in and adjust it to read a little higher than 450 millivolts, and then check it. The scan tool will read rich. By default, with the O2 sensor unplugged, we see in the it reading 0.29, right? The O2 sensor reading 0.29. Right, I'll adjust it so we get in about 0.87. So it might just read the same 0.29 when I touch it. Right, so when I touch it, it reading 0.3. So it reading the multimeter reading it as 0.28. The scan tool pick it up as 0.3. So that is still lean, right? So I'm going to adjust it a little more to get about a little over 450 millivolts for it to go rich. Right, so I get it to read I get it to read 514 millivolts. Right, and the scan tool. Right, so on the scan tool at 5 millivolts, it's reading 5.1.